You know, I got...
What's he got?
I kicked to the curse.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 3 Floating. We have got another great fight night for you here on the channel in the classic constructed format. So, as the hunted has continued to blaze forward, let's bring in our players. We've got Aiden Kwasniewski on Arachne, slipped through the cracks. He slipped right through the crack.
I feel like I've just been born again.
And Bryce Platz on Fang, Drakai of Blades.
I'm very excited to get Stabby Sam.
And a little slippy.
Stabby, Slippy. We have, of course, got to thank our fantastic sponsors for the episode, starting off with Ultra Pro, our very favorite accessories brand. Literally, Bryce, when we were doing our test game yesterday, you were shuffling, and what did you say?
I said I really like these sleeves, Sam.
He did. No, this is not a shill. He literally said, he was like, yo, these sleeves are great. Where'd you get them? And I was like, Ultra Pro Matte Eclipse sleeves. Head on over to ultrapro.com/3floating for a discount on your order. They're the bee's knees of sleeves.
And fabtcg, the geniuses and scientists who scour the internet, looking through all the chaff of deck lists, bringing you only the information that you need. They have articles written by pro players to level up your game and know exactly what you should be doing this hunted season.
And of course, Legend Story Studios, thanks to all of the folks who make Flesh and Blood for helping out the channel and supporting the show. And if you want to support the show directly, you can do so on our Patreon. We have got so much to offer for all of Team Floating on the Patreon, including a whole extra gameplay video every single month. You can see these two do battle again on the Patreon, as well as a long form discussion series that's very akin to a podcast. Don't say a word. Don't say a word.
I heard that was a
Don't
podcast.
say a word. It's called 3 Vibing, and we do
Podcast.
We do hope check it out, as well as exciting giveaways that happen only exclusively on the Patreon, including boxes of the Hunted special event exclusive promo cards.
We hope to see you over there in our Patreon Discord.
Oh yeah, we have a Discord as well, an exclusive Discord where we hang out and chat with you.
We're chatting there all the time.
We literally, yeah, we're in there all the time. It's
You
great.
guys have so many things.
I know, dude. Why haven't you joined, dog? Why haven't you joined, dog?
I just found out.
Without further ado, let us get into this classic constructed game.
Oh, we're exploding. 3 Floating.
Bryce Platz.
Aiden Kwasniewski.
Welcome to the show, man.
So glad to be here, brother.
Dude, oh my gosh, locals doing big things, hosting these incredible tournaments. I'm ready to beat you, Arachne.
Yeah, we'll see if that's gonna happen here, Aiden.
Okay.
Let's get down under it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, 3 Floating audience? My name is Bryce Platz. I am a Flesh and Blood caster and a member of the Arcane Games and Events Pro Team. But today, I am here to do battle and kick Aiden's assassin with Fang, Drakai of Blades. Fang is a super cool hero. Like all the other warriors, he's got an excellent fridge. He can defend super well with the things that he wears into combat, but he's also got this poker face identity to him where you often are just presenting a weapon attack with a full grip. You play so many things at reaction speed, you can really make your opponents miss block, and you can be tricksy with how that damage leaks through. Once I've generated 3 fealty tokens, all those daggers are free. So you can go stabby, stabby, reacty, reacty without even paying for them.
What's up, everybody? Today, I am finally getting to have my shot at some assassin shenanigans with Arachne slip through the cracks. This Arachne's hero ability really flips the assassin's tendencies on its head, and that's why I'm starting at a little less life, because with my hero ability, I get to go wide and take advantage of some of the gnarliest on-hits in the game that the assassin class has to offer, but do it with go again, so threatening it twice, leaving my opponent guessing of whether the first on-hit is the one that matters, or the second one. Or maybe it's not the stealth card, but rather an attack reaction. All those mind games allow you to slip through so much damage. And in this matchup against Fang, who has a sudden spike towards the end game, I really want to just try to poise myself to be the beatdown as much as possible.
Now, against Arachne's slip through the cracks, I'm definitely going to be taking a little bit more of a defensive stance. I'm not the only one who has tricks. Aiden's gonna be bringing plenty of attack reactions to this fight, and daggers to boot. So I am going to have several defense reactions in order to survive long enough for my stabby Beyblades to get through Aiden's defenses.
So I'm trying to weave some chaos, fling some daggers, spike them with poison, and just be the scummiest guy on earth. Dagger in my mouth, ready to rip.
We show roll. It's a high roll.
And it's... it's very high roll.
And I literally never win die rolls, but I think I got this one in the bag.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, I'll go second.
All right.
Good luck, have fun.
No, you. No, it's cool. I'm stoked. Eeny, meeny, miny, Obsidian Fire Vein. Once per turn action, pay 1 resource, attack. If you've played a Draconic card, this chain link, this attack gets +1 and go again. But for now, it's just a friendly 1, my good man.
Oh, just one.
For now.
Well, I don't believe you. So I will block 3.
Okay, well, in the reaction step then, I will go ahead and play Blade Flurry. Target weapon attack gets +2. Your next weapon attack this turn also gets +2, which brings this Obsidian Fire Vein to 3. Does not give it go again because it's not draconic. And then I will also follow that up with a Nip at the Heels, which means an extra +1, Mr. Aiden, is coming through.
You bite my heels?
I'm nipping your heels, actually. It's very different.
Well, I have no reactions.
Go ahead and take 1 damage for me, buddy.
1 damage.
Boink.
Okay, I'm down to 37.
Now, I do have an on-hit here. My chess piece, Grains of Blood Spill, says whenever a weapon attack you control hits, you may pay 1 resource. If you do, create a Vigor token. That being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass that trigger by and move to Arsenal.
Tunic is gonna go to 1 at the start of my turn. Slippy's so crazy.
Slippy's so weird.
I shoot to the crest. He's got a sword in his mouth.
It's a straw sword.
I will start things off by attacking with my shiny little hunter's clave. Once per turn attack action, pay 2. Attack, go again. When this hits a hero, mark them. And it has piercing 1, so if you want to give me your equipment, it'll give it +1. We are coming in for 1.
I know that I really like marking, so I think I'm gonna choose to respect your mark. But I'm not gonna block it. Any reactions?
No.
In the reaction step, I will play That All You Got. This is a defense reaction that blocks for 3. While this is defending an attack with 2 or less power, when the combat chain closes, draw a card.
That All You Got is such a bummer to see here, and seeing it makes me think that there's more of them to come, and so many of my attacks are gonna present windows for That All You Got to draw a card. But not on this turn, because I have a Tarantula Toxin, which I was already going to use to get some damage through. This feels like the perfect window to play it, because not only am I going to leak some damage through, get my mark off, but I can also completely negate the draw card on this That All You Got. And if Bryce was really crafting his turn around having that extra card, this really stuffs that. I just love the value of being able to turn that incredibly powerful generic D-React into basically a 3 block. No, that's not all I got. I have some toxins. Tarantula Toxin. I will choose 1 or both. I can only choose 1 because this dagger does not have stealth. Target dagger gets +3 power. So this little Hunter's Clave is coming all the way up to 4. And now that it's 4, when the combat chain closes, I would like you not to draw a card.
That's dirty rotten, Aiden.
Do you got any other reactions?
I have no further reactions, and I will take 1 unless you have any further reactions.
I have no further reactions.
I am taking 1, and I am marked. The most fearsome of the biblical names.
Would you consider being not marked and banishing a card from your hand? Because I have marked thine, Fang, and now I am showing the mark of the Black Widow. Stealth, when this hits Mark from Zedrins.
I'm not Fang, I'm marked.
When this hits a marked hero, they banish a card from their hand. Coming in for 3.
Well, Aiden.
Very importantly, go again. For free, because I'm Arachne, ship to the crack. The first attack was stealth. Each turn gets go again, and I'm certain you don't have any stealth because you're an honorable warrior of the Emperor. So I would like to take all the go again for myself.
Everything that you're due, my friend. I will block, however, with 1 card. This is Incision, and it blocks for 3.
With the go again, I think I will.
Yes! Unfortunately, when the combat chain closes, I don't get to draw a card because you pumped that Hunter's Clave up past 2.
Yeah.
All right, so started off with a big bad Oath of Loyalty. 0 cost draconic attack. This may only be played if it's my first action on my turn, and when this is played until the end of turn, I can only play cards that are draconic. But, however, it's 4 go again, which is pretty spicy.
Not spicy enough. No blocks.
All right, descend on down to 33, my friend.
No reactions. 33.
I will then proceed, pitching a blue, sending Obsidian Fire Vein for 1.
Just 1?
A friendly 1, with a card in Arsenal and 2 floating, of course.
No blocks.
He's called my bluff. No reactions here, Aiden. Go ahead and take 1.
I will.
I do have a triggered ability, however. We talked about it on turn 1. This is Grains of Blood Spill. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pay one of these floating resources forward. I'll pay 1, create a Vigor token as I pass on back to you.
Floating some resources from turn to turn.
You know, if you gotta pay taxes, you might as well have them go into the next turn.
I wouldn't even call that taxes. You're just making investments over there, man. Bank of the Emperor.
Move over, Warren Buffett. Bryce is in town. Grains of Blood Spill, MVP in this deck, because it essentially makes it so I don't have to worry about resources when I'm trying to get to that second game state where I've shifted into 5th gear, I've got 3 fealty tokens, and I don't gotta pay for my daggers anymore.
Start of turn, my Tunic is gonna roll on over to 2. We're Slippy, you're marked. I will play this Toxicity.
Oh no.
The next assassin or ranger attack action card you play this turn gains. When this hits a hero, they lose 4 life. And I'm going to persuasive your prognosis. This is stealth. When this hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck, then look at their hand and banish a card with the same color as the banished card. Whenever this banishes an action card, gain 1 life, and it has go again thanks to Mr. Slippy himself.
Man, Persuasive Prognosis and Toxicity are scary on hits. But hey, I've got my Valiant Dynamos, and I've got 2D reacts to back me up. This is the best case scenario for me in this situation. Oh, that's a scary card, Aiden. However, I am just going to block with my Valiant Dynamos for 1. These are a really cool piece of equipment because they say at the beginning of your end phase, if you have attacked with 2 or more weapons this turn, I can go ahead and remove a -1 defense counter from them.
Denying my toxicity, huh? Toxicity plus persuasive prognosis means blocks from Bryce. I have 2 incredibly powerful attack reactions that I am ready to deploy to get those effects through, but I think 1 is gonna be just enough for now. I can sort of just test out the waters here. I'm happy either way, because if he doesn't have the defense reactions, I park this other one right in my arsenal for a future turn, and if he does, I've got just the thing. Well, maybe if I just hit you with just a nick. So just a little off the top. Choose one or both. I'm gonna choose both. Target attack action card with 1 or less base power gets +5. Target attack with stealth gets, when this hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck. So if this hits, I am now going to be banishing 2 cards off the top of your deck, 1 from Just a Nick, 1 from Persuasive Prognosis, and then I'm gonna look at your hand and banish a card from your hand.
Okay, Aiden, I'm gonna amend my previous statement. I think Nick is the scariest biblical name at this point.
You got 6 whole damage with go again, and 4 from the toxicity as well. This is a very toxic prognosis.
So I'm gonna do something that doesn't feel super great. I'm gonna play Shelter from the Storm from my arsenal, blocking an additional 4 damage here, which only brings me up to 5. However, I'll follow that up with a That All You Got once again.
Whoa, so blocking.
Currently 8. Anything else, buddy?
Yeah.
No!
I really just want to nick you.
Oh my goodness!
So this is gonna give this another +5. Do a little maximum velocity at reaction speed. So this is 11 damage with go again now. Finish 3 cards off the top of your deck.
The card is just a nick, not just some nicks, man. There's only supposed to be 1 nick. Cool, so I am blocking 8. You're now swing for 11. I have no further reactions, so I'm going to go ahead and take 3. From the Persuasive Prognosis, Toxicity now triggers, and I take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big ouchies here, Aiden. How would you like to order these triggers?
I think I just want to do it as this nice little stack that we got here. So let's.
So 2 Just a Nicks, then the Persuasive?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, here's 1 banish. Here's 2 banish
Awesome.
for the Just a Nick, hitting a Loyalty Beyond the Grave. I'm not stoked about that.
I'm stoked about that.
He banishes Loyalty Beyond the Grave? My greed is punished. I only put 2 of these in my deck, and you need 2 in the graveyard in order to get its super powerful effect. It's Loyalty Beyond the Grave, not Loyalty Beyond the Banish Zone. And then here's Persuasive Prognosis. It's yet another red.
Show me that hand, Mr.
You get
Red
to
guy.
choose a red card from my hand. This is going well.
You're showing me some reactions, you're showing me some gas, but I think I want to take away that shiny full art for the Drakai.
I really wanted to play that.
Yeah, let's banish that one. And I will gain 1 life thanks to Persuasive Prognosis, and I have hit you, so you are no longer marked.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad to be Fang once again.
Is Fang the innie or the outie?
Innie or the outie? I'm not sure I understand this vernacular.
Art of Desire, body. Stealth. When this hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck. Whenever this banishes a red card, draw a card and gain 1 life. Stop it!
I think at this stage in the game, I need to do a little bit of blocking. So here's my Long Whisker Loyalty, which I would have loved to play.
And you have that Blistering Blade reaction, or maybe your arsenal.
Maybe.
We're over to you.
At the beginning of my turn, my Vigor token pops and gives me 1 resource. I'm going to cash in that resource to send an Obsidian Fire Vein for 1.
No blocks.
No reactions here, Aiden. Go ahead and take 1.
I will go to 32.
And I will just pocket this mystery card for later.
Okay. Start my turn. Tunic will head on up to 3. Hunter's Glaive. Pitch in this blue, so we'll float 1. 1 damage.
It's possible that you don't really need the mark here. I think I'm just gonna say no blocks here, Aiden.
No reactions.
I will take 1, and I will become Mark once again.
All right, marked. Command and Conquer. This is gonna come in for a whole 6 damage. It is going to have no defense reactions, and it is going to hit a hero, hopefully, and destroy all cards in your arsenal.
You're a dirty, rotten scoundrel, Aiden. Here are 2 cards devoted to the block because I would like to keep my arsenal, please.
Another Long Whisker Loyalty. I will move to end. I will arsenal. I will pass to you.
I remain marked. Here we go. Something that you will see time and time again from me, my friend, an Obsidian Fire Vein for 1.
We'll block 3 here with a backstab.
In the reaction step, I'll go ahead and play from my arsenal a Blistering Blade, which I'm sure you didn't realize was there, turning this Obsidian Fire Vein to a 4 power attack because Blistering Blade says target dagger attack gets +2 if I control 2 or more Draconic Chain Links, which unfortunately I do not. Instead, it gets +3. So just a +2 here from the Blistering Blade, +1 from the Obsidian Fire Vein's text on its own, and of course, go again. Currently leaking in by 1.
And it will leak. I will go to 31.
Okay, I have a trigger here. I will pay for that Grains of Blood spill and create a Vigor token. And then the follow-up will be, my right hand, Obsidian Fire Vein for 1. 1 card in hand, my friend. Are you scared?
No. I will block 3 with this Infiltrate.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move to end unless you have any effects.
I have no effects.
Okay, when I move to end, because I have swung with 2 or more weapons this turn, I get to refresh the defense value of my Valiant Dynamos.
He's got blocks on blocks.
This last card in my hand will get tucked into my arsenal.
All right. Well, we will see if we can get you yet, because I am the Orb Weaver Spinneret.
Ah!
Equip a Graphene Chelicera token. Your next stealth attack this turn gets +3 power. Go again. And that stealth attack I would like to give that +3 is this Infiltrate. 6 stealth. When this hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck, and I may play it until the end of my next turn.
Okay, I am scared of this Infiltrate, so I'm gonna go ahead and put out Valiant Dynamos, Braveforge Bracers, move to reactions, my good man.
No reactions.
I will react from my arsenal with a Smokeout. When this defends a red card, mark the attacking hero.
Okay, I have no reactions, but I would like to continue on this chain because I have go again. We'll slip through the cracks this Art of Desire body. We're coming in for 3 again. Stealth, if this hits a hero, bench the top card of your deck. When it's benched, red card, draw a card, get a life. It's good stuff.
I have a billion red cards in my deck, Aiden. Listen, guys, I know you're not supposed to let your opponents draw cards. It's a cardinal sin, but I've got a resource card in hand. I got a Vigor token online. What's more, I marked Aiden on defense, which means if I can leak some damage through, I'm gonna get my first fealty. So I will say no blocks, and I'm just gonna banish a blue off the top.
Surely, well, let's take 3 damage.
Boink.
You are no longer Mark.
Yay.
Let's trigger that body. Oh, let's go. But that is not, oh no, it's a red card. Doesn't matter if it's action or attack reaction. So I will gain a life and I will draw a card and I'll be stoked because I'm putting that in my arsenal.
Must be nice.
It is nice, actually. Really, really stoked to see Bryce not respecting this Art of Desire body here. Draw a card in this Slippy deck is just a beautiful thing. Pretty much every card you rip from the top of your deck is good. And the card that I've drawn is a spicy little attack reaction in the form of Spike with Blood Rod, which is probably one of the most expensive cards in my deck. But lucky for me, this is lining up perfectly with Tunic on 3 resources, which is going to hopefully allow me to really start doing my thing of chaining together multiple turns of disruption, forcing it through with powerful attack reactions like this.
At the beginning of my turn, my Vigor token will pop. I will be floating 1 resource. You guessed it, for my left-handed Obsidian Fire Vein, which is coming in for a big bad one.
I'm going to block this for 3 with Art of Desire Mind.
In reactions, I will go ahead and play Searing Gaze. This is a Draconic Warrior attack reaction, so it's going to give +1 and go again to my Obsidian Fire Vein. It's also going to confer an additional +2. It is not, however, my 2nd or greater Draconic Chain Link, so no other effects beyond that. Pushing this up to 4 and currently leaking 1.
I will take 1 and I will no longer be marked, and I believe your hero cares about that.
Dude, my hero finally has text for the first time in this game. Fang Drakai of Blade says, whenever you hit a marked hero, create a fealty token. If you control 3 or more fealty tokens, dagger attacks cost you 1 less to activate. So I'm gonna get my first fealty token of the game.
And your last one.
Wait, we'll see about that. But more importantly, I am going to proceed on because I have go again on that Obsidian Fire Vein. I'm going to pitch a yellow, paying 1 for, you guessed it, another Obsidian Fire Vein, Aiden.
I think I'm gonna block this for 6.
Okay, let's have a think here. I'm gonna start off my reactions with another Searing Gaze, which is going to, if you remember, go to 4, but also on hit, mark you. But wait, there's more. I'm gonna go ahead and pay that final resource that I have floating for Endear Devotion. Target dagger gets +3, which means we are just over your defenses. And also, if you control 2 or more Draconic Chain Links, create a fealty token, baby. I went from 0 to 2 in no seconds flat.
Yeah, I got no reactions.
Okay, and because of Searing Gaze, you have now become Mark once again.
You got it.
Okay, and because I've swung with 2 or more weapons, Valiant Dynamo gets to block again.
I desire that body.
This one?
I desire it. 3 damage.
Oh, you. I am gonna block just with my Grains of Blood spill and my Valiant Dynamo, which means I'm blocking for a total of 3.
I will tunic. I will spike you with blood rot. This is going to do target attack action with stealth gets +3 when this hits a hero. Create a blood rot pox token under their control, pumping this all the way to 6, and I'm hopefully leaking 3, which will then hopefully banish the top card of your deck, which will hopefully be a red and draw me a card and gain me a life.
Dude, blood rot is rough enough on its own. I'm gonna have to throw a very hilarious piece of tech in front of this. In defense reaction step, I'll play Put in Context.
Whoa!
It is a limited staple from the Hunted, but I actually think it's pretty good here.
Grabbing me like a little monkey. Well, this has go again, but I have no further reactions, so that will not come through. You will put it all into context, and it is not that bad. And pass back to you.
So we're gonna go ahead and unfortunately pitch a really good red card for an Obsidian Firevein for 1. Will you let me be loyal to my Emperor?
Oh no. We'll block 4 here with a backstab and my black tech whisperers.
That was a good sniff out. I really didn't want you to do that. We are going to play out Tooth of the Dragon, which is not a reaction, but a Draconic instant. Your next Draconic attack this turn gets +3. However, Obsidian Firevein doesn't care about whether it's a reaction or not. It just says I've got to play a Draconic card during this chain link. So it is going to confer +1 and go again to this Obsidian Firevein. I will go ahead and close the combat chain at this point.
This will get a -1 defense counter.
I will pitch, unfortunately, another red to send another Obsidian Firevein. This one, however, Aiden, is going to come in for a big bad 4 because it's pumped up by that Tooth of the Dragon I played on the first chain link. Are you going to let me be loyal to my Emperor?
I would like to see no loyalty here. I'll block with this Command and Conquer and Shred.
Fair enough. I will just go ahead and pass. I remain not loyal enough to make my daggers free, but I got some good cards out of your hand, so yay.
I'm having to do a lot of blocking on this turn, and I'm not gonna really be able to mount much aggression on my turn, but look how powerful it is to keep Bryce off of these fealties. He's having to pitch 2 red cards just to swing in these mopey little daggers, and he's off an arsenal. So unless my hand is awesome, I am going to try to keep things this way and hope he doesn't come across any uninteractable fealty generation.
I'm also going to refresh my Valiant Dynamos because I swung with 2 daggers that turn, baby.
I will put a counter on my Findall Spring Tunic because it is the start of my turn, and I will put a card in my arsenal because it is the end of my turn.
I get a lot of cards to work with again, Aiden.
You're welcome.
I'll go ahead and start off with Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. This is a Draconic action, which says, when this attacks Arachne, mark them. Alas, you're already marked, but maybe that'll come into play later. If this is attacking a marked hero, this gets +2. It's got Go Again as well. For Go Again, this is also threatening a fealty token.
It's time to let him have the fealty. There's no way I can stop this efficiently. And looking at the cards in my hand, I have the heat. Because he's already taken Just a Nick, but let's see how he can handle a Kiss of Death. No block.
Yes!
Right,
Okay, which means I generate a fealty token and you are no longer marked. And now, dagger attacks cost you 1 less to activate, baby! My first of many free daggers for this game.
Big Bad 1.
Big Bad 1.
Why is that an arsenal? No blocks.
Oh, there's reactions, my guy. First off is Affirm Loyalty, which is going to go ahead and get this Obsidian Firevein to 4. 2 from Affirm Loyalty and 1, of course, from the Obsidian Firevein. Also, because this is technically my second Draconic chain link, I'm gonna generate another fealty token.
Okay, so you were getting them all no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but I didn't have to pay for this dagger, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So this is 4, but Aiden, I have further reactions.
What?
Blade Flurry as well, which is gonna bring this bad boy up to 6. And it's also gonna buff my next dagger, you know, is free.
Well, I have no reactions.
I have no further reactions as well. Go ahead and take 6, my good man.
6 down to 20.
There's more. Here comes another free dagger. This one is coming in for 3. Blade Flurry was played on the previous chain link.
No blocks.
He sounds really happy about it, folks. Go ahead and take 3, my good man.
Alright, down to 17.
I will deny my Grains of Blood spell trigger, and I will go ahead and pocket this last card in Arsenal.
Yeah, you don't need to float resources anymore. The Emperor has seen your fealty and he's coming for my blood.
I am loyal to my Emperor. I have hunted my enemy to the ends of Wraith, and at long last, I am rewarded with my 3rd fealty, and thus, the infinite power of free daggers. But seriously, it's really cool, because all of a sudden, my incredibly redline deck becomes so much more efficient. I don't have to find a pitch card, of which I have very few, to put out an insane offense. And I get to keep a card for Arsenal, which happens to be another D-React. Things are coming up, Bryce. This fealty stuff is pretty cool.
My tunic will be at 2. And And you know what? After everything that you've done, I'm feeling very toxic. And I would just like to give you a kiss of death. So, stealth. When this hits a hero, they lose 1 life. Usually, the very little bottom text on these cards, not that important. But here it matters a lot because this is an assassin action dagger attack, which we'll see what that does. But it's stealth, so it has go again. And we're coming in for 3. On hit, lose 4 lives.
6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and say block 3 with Relentless Pursuit.
Okay, well, I'll just shred that back down to 0.
Well, that's super lame. I will react as well from Arsenal. Loyalty beyond the grave, so I'm blocking it out once again.
Go again. To hit you with another kiss of death, which...
I've been waiting literally years for a kiss from Aiden, but not like this.
It's a kiss of death.
Okay.
You die if you take it.
I do think I will block with my Valiant Dynamos here and say, hit me.
Before I hit you, I have some reactions.
Yeah.
I'm going to activate Flick Knives. This once per turn attack reaction. It costs 0. Target dagger I control that isn't on the active chain link deals 1 damage to target hero. That target hero is gonna be you, and if damage is dealt this way, the dagger has hit. Destroy the dagger. This is a dagger attack, and it is not on the active chain link, so I can flick it at you. And it has Toxicity's effect stapled onto it. When this hits a hero, they lose 4 life. This says, if this 1 damage is dealt, the dagger has hit, so unless if you can shelter the storm, which I really hope you don't, I'm gonna deal 1 damage to you, and then you're going to lose 5 life, 4 from the Toxicity, 1 from the kiss of death.
What was that card you mentioned?
Don't.
I'm just kidding. All right. Ow.
From the Flick Knives. That destroys this dagger. When this hits a hero, lose 1 life.
Ow.
When this hits a hero, lose 4 life.
Ow, 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 ow.
That was in reactions with my Flick Knives. Now we've got 2 damage coming over the top. When this hits a hero, they lose 1 life.
Ow. Down to 19.
That looks all good to me.
It's all good to me. So, I'm gonna start off with Hunt to the Ends of Wraith once again. Go ahead and get marked, my guy. And because I'm attacking a marked hero, this is gonna be 4 go again.
All right, I'll do no blocks on this Hunt to the Ends of Wraith.
No reactions here, my good man. You have been hunted to the Ends of Wraith. Go ahead and take 4, please. On hit, we'll consume that mark, and Fang of Blades will create another fealty token.
And I will go down to 13.
Here comes a free Obsidian Firevein for 1.
Here, I will block with my Mask of Deceit for 2. When this defends, I am going to become a random agent of chaos because even though I'm not Arachne Marionette, I am still a Chaos Assassin hero, which means I get to use this really cool headpiece. If you were marked, I would get to pick exactly what I want, but I like to roll some dice.
I do too, let's do it.
1.
Black Widow!
The Black Widow. Which has once per turn attack reaction. Discard an assassin card. Target assassin attack gets +3, and if it has stealth, it gets, when this hits a hero, banish a card from their hand. At the beginning of my end phase, return to the brood. I throw in the mask here to preserve a little life, and I don't really need the go again for my hero ability for the next turn. Then Black Widow just falls into place and my hand completely changes. Now I have disruption on my hero ability and straight up damage, and I'm seeing my boots sitting there offering a piece of go again, and I'm not blocking.
So I'll react with a Blistering Blade, which is going to give this Obsidian Firevein +1 for its own text, and then also +3 because it gets an extra little 1 buff from being on a Draconic Chain Link that is 2 or greater. So this is gonna come up to a big bad 5.
I got no reactions.
Take 3, please.
Down to 10.
You got heartburn yet or what?
You know, it is burning.
That's good. Well, here comes some pizza after 10 o'clock in the form of another Obsidian Firevein for 1.
What? Fang the pizza guy? The cry of the Zaw? I'll do no blocks.
No reactions here. Go ahead and take 1, my guy. And then I'm going to careen to my end step.
Yeah.
And parallel park this card in Arsenal.
Okay.
Of course, refreshing my Valiant Dynamos because I've swung with 2 or more weapons this turn.
No.
Whew. Okay, my game plan is online. I got my opponent down to 9, but he just transformed into the Black Widow, which is a little scarier than Slippy. It's gonna be hard to keep cards and life during my next turn, but I have saved my equipment for this exact time.
Undefeated just to get deck checked, marked. Why were my sleeves marked? I checked it so many times.
I heard about what happened, I'm sorry.
A perfect record just to be marked.
I told you to stop buying those cheap sleeves, man. You should try the Ultra Pro Eclipse sleeves. The quality's unmatched for its price. You won't have to worry about your sleeves getting damaged so easily. They're much more robust.
This changes everything.
Choices. So many choices.
It's such a shame Aiden doesn't know about fabtcg.
All this work that he's doing, poring over different deck lists, trying to find the right cards. I mean, Fabric just does it for you.
How many blues do I even run?
Oh, with the click of a button.
I just want to build a good deck.
Don't let this happen to your friends. Just send them to fabric.gg.
It's for their own good.
Do your worst.
And I will.
No, don't do that.
And I will. Find alls to 3. Well, I'm at 9. I'm at a 10 life deficit. We need to make that up. So, prog some gnosis. Prog some gnosis here.
Not my gnosis, dog.
This is stealth. It's coming in for 1.
I'm gonna go ahead and just declare a block with my Valiant Dynamo.
Float my tunic. And spike this with Blood Rot. Target attack action with stealth gets +3, and when this hits a hero, create a Blood Rot box under their control, pumping this to 4.
Well, I have something to say about that, buddy.
You do?
Remember my cheeky tech card against Slippy? Here it is again! You're put back into context, my friend.
I don't want to be in context. Well, this is not a little attack card, but it is a card you have seen. It is just a nick. It's just a nick. Because yeah, while you may be putting this into context, it's just a nick, my friend. And it's just gonna give it +5. It's gonna make it all the way to 9. And you know, it's gonna be 2 cards off the top of your deck, 1 card from your hand, Blood Rot on hit.
This is so lame, it's not even funny.
I'm the Black Widow. So discard an assassin card from my hand. Target assassin attack gets +3. If it has stealth, when it hits a hero, they banish a card from their hand.
Yikes.
Do you have any reactions?
No.
As this goes all the way up to 12.
Which means I'm taking 8. Oh, he's got more!
Black Tech Whispers. Destroy Black Tech Whispers. Target assassin attack action card gets, when this hits a hero, it gets go again.
It's hitting for sure, so send me the bill.
8 damage coming over the top.
I am down to 11.
And not only are you down to 11, we got some triggers. This Persuasive Prognosis is going to get go again. I think I want to, well, let's give you the Blood Rot, because we got Spike with Blood Rot.
No.
Token, banish the top card of your deck with just a nick.
It's a blue.
And then let's banish the top card of your deck because of Persuasive Prognosis. Not an action card, so I won't gain a life, but now I get to look at your hand and banish a card with the same color. That's Endear Devotion, please. Right. That is the Persuasive Prognosis, and then Black Widow would like to banish a card from your hand because that is hit.
You said you don't give a Syndra about this pledge fealty, so I'm gonna go ahead and banish that.
Yeah. Resolved. With go again. You know, I've taken a lot of cards from your hand. I still see 1 card in your hand, a card in that arsenal. I think I want to just leave no witnesses to bear what I have just done. So this is a contract card. I'm contracted to banish opponent's red cards. Whenever I complete this contract, I create a silver token. This is gonna come in for 4. When it hits a hero, banish the top card of your deck and up to 1 card in your arsenal.
Aiden, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in my banish zone.
Yeah.
I think there's a good reason that I'm hunting you here, bud. So, unfortunately, the hunter has become the hunted, and so I am a bit on the back foot. I'm gonna block a little bit more here. I'm gonna block out for 4 using a Nip at the Heels and Brave Forge Bracers.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate Flick Knives, and I'm going to throw this Hunter's Glaive at you for 1 damage, putting you down to 10. But since it's hit, it will make you mark.
Down to 10 I go, and I am once again mark.
And then, I think that's the end of my turn.
Oh, that's it?
I've left no witnesses. I've left no witnesses in your hand. I've left no witnesses. Sleepy! As I move to the end of my turn of leaving no witnesses, Arachne Black Widow will return to the brood. The craziest one I've rolled. I rolled 2 ones to start the game. What's another one? That went perfectly. I've stripped his hand. I've done a bunch of damage. I have set myself up to win this game. Now I just need the hand to close it all out.
If that's the case, it might be lights out for me. So, fingers crossed that he draws a brick. You remember when these daggers cost 1?
Yep.
They don't anymore, they cost 0! So here comes a 1 power Obsidian Fire Vein.
No blocking.
Okay, I may be marked, but I'm gonna chivalry myself. In the reaction step, I'll go ahead and play Pledge Fealty, which is going to buff this dagger by 1 and also generate another another fealty token. Any reactions, my good man?
No reactions.
Go ahead and take 2. Descend down to 7. The dregs of your life are on the screen for all to see. I'm gonna follow it up with yet another Obsidian Fire Vein for 1.
If I didn't block that one, I'm not blocking this one. Going down to 6.
Go ahead and take it down to 6, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and move to end. There's a couple things that have to happen here. First and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my Valiant Dynamos. And then, unfortunately, because you made me all sick, you coughed in my face, I'm gonna take 2 to this Bloodrot Pox token. But you took my last card and I can't pay to defend against it.
This hand is a brick. It's not going to close it all out. I won't be able to really force through any disruption here. I need to just present as much damage as I can, but all these cards are either exactly on rate or under rate. Because while Persuasive Prognosis has a crazy on-hit effect, it comes in for 1. So if I don't have any attack reactions to back it up, he just gives his dynamos and it's literally like a tickle to his chainmail. What I need is a little codex in my life. I have not seen any of those. He's had D-reacts at all the perfect times in this game. I'm hoping that he's clunked up with some of them now. I need a better hand, and I need him to stumble. Findall's Spring Tunic will go to 1 counter. Persuasive Prognosis with go again.
I'm so tired of seeing this card, it's not even funny. Let's see if you want to use those reactions now. I'm gonna go ahead and block with the Valiant Dynamos, and that's it.
I have no reactions.
Woohoo!
Trying to poke you. My Hunter's Clay.
The thing is, Aiden, I am already Mark, so...
Do you want to be Mark again?
Yes, I'm gonna be Mark squared. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 unless you have any reactions.
No reactions.
I will take 1 and go down to 7.
I will command and conquer.
Okay.
So this is coming in for 6. No defense reactions, 6 damage.
I see what you're trying to do, Aiden.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna say no bugs, go down to 1, and then you're gonna flick me, and then I'm gonna die.
That could happen.
I'm just gonna go ahead and block for 3 with a pretty darn good card, but I do need to stay alive.
Since you have read me.
I will take 3 and descend down to 4. I will no longer be Mark. Alrighty, Aiden. I'm gonna push a free Obsidian Fire Vein out onto the combat chain. This is coming in for 1. I was Mark a second ago, but Aiden's now a horse. All game, I have been in agony in the blocking seat, and now I get to take my revengeance.
Your revengeance?
My revengeance!
The vengeance and revenge combo. Drakai of Reventribution. I will block 3 with an infect.
Final answer?
Don't say that.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and play a Searing Gaze in the reaction step. This is gonna go ahead and push this Obsidian Fire Vein to 4, and of course, confer go again. Any reactions?
No reactions.
Go ahead and take 1 for me, please. You're down to 5, but we're gonna get there, Aiden. We're gonna get there
Yeah.
because I'm pushing out another Obsidian Fire Vein onto the combat chain.
I'm gonna give you my pretty dress and another infect. Blocking for 4.
So I will go ahead and react here with a Long Whisker Loyalty. The 3rd in my deck, but the 1st that I've actually gotten to play. You have blocked out enough to negate the pump value, so instead, I'm gonna go ahead and choose the other 2 modes of this card. I have 2 Draconic Chain Links, so Long Whisker Loyalty says, for each Draconic Chain Link you control, I get to choose 1. Target dagger attack gets +2. You may attack with target dagger an additional time this turn. The next time target dagger hits a hero this turn, mark them. I'm gonna go ahead and choose both of the bottom modes, attack an additional time, mark the next time it hits a hero on this right dagger over here, and give it go again. You have blocked 4, so you're gonna be blocking it out. Now, normally you have to swing this dagger an additional time, but I've brought a 3rd Obsidian Fire Vein just for fun. We are coming in for 1 on hit. Of course, you will be marked. So we're threatening the dregs of your life total here, in case you weren't aware.
Oh, I'm in such a weird spot.
Tell me about it.
If I block, I think I just lose the game from here. I don't think I can beat out the value of free daggers, 3 card hands, because we saw how hard it was to even live here. I think I'm gonna say no blocks. If you have it, I die here. If I block now, I think I just die later. So no blocks. What do you have?
Aiden, there's so much flavor to the way that this game is ending, because here comes Hunt's End. This is a Draconic Warrior attack reaction that says, play this only if you control 3 or more fealty tokens. I have 6. I'm super loyal to the Emperor, so that is not a problem.
Are you? You're super loyal?
I'm super loyal. Target dagger gets +4. Also, the flavor text is awfully apropos, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a line read. It's the end of the road, traitor. That's a direct quote from Fang himself.
The
So,
Drakai Blades.
this Obsidian Fire Vein, it's not for a measly 1, it's for a big bad 6. Getting buffed by 1 from its own text, and then 4 from Hunt, and
It is the end of the hunt. I have no reactions. I am going to take 6 and go down to -1 and say, good game, my friend.
excellent game,
Yeah.
my friend. I had a blast. You guys, I might cry. I have so many people to thank.
The hunt is over. I'm dead.
Do trophies usually twist like this?
Don't break our trophy.
Sorry.
Honestly, a really, really cool game. One of the more fun ones I've played in the past month. Slip Through the Cracks is really, really cool. I knew that I was going to be interested in Chaos Arachne when I saw all the agents of chaos slowly rising out of the cracks of the spider's den, but I did not expect Slippy, nor did I think anyone expect Slippy, because they slipped through the cracks. But certainly not through the cracks of the metagame. Slippy made it all the way to the top 4 in the call in Christchurch, and really took the toxicity shenanigan stuff and put it on the main stage and showed just how powerful it is. So I hope I showed how powerful that is to you.
This new take on Warrior gives the class such new flair and, yes, of course, fire. I certainly enjoyed my time, and you can bet that I will be playing Fang again. Thank you so much, Aiden, for having me on the show just so I could kick your butt. I would love to do it again sometime. And if you want to see more from Arcane Games and Events and the AGE Pro Team, head on over to our YouTube channel, where you can see every single tournament that we stream. Not only are we doing it on the West Coast, we've also just moved out to the East Coast, and we're doing it there too. If you are in either of those neighborhoods, please go ahead and grab a ticket and join us for a Flesh and Blood event. We would absolutely love to see you there. The link to our YouTube channel and where you can buy tickets is in the description below.
Thank you to Bryce for joining us here, and thanks to AGE for putting on such really, really cool events. I feel so blessed and lucky to have such a birth of incredible events and ways that I can engage in my favorite game in my local area, and all the people there are really, really incredible, so definitely check out their stuff.
Well, well, well. What a game, my friends. We've got a victor.
It is I!
That game was sick, though.
I can't wait to mount this thing to the hood of my car.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm really glad to have had you on the show, Bryce. AGE, if you guys haven't seen some of the lore of the last couple years of Flesh and Blood, at least for me personally, that is the first time I ever cast anything was on the AGE stream. So it is very much home where the AGE streams.
Sam.
And do we have questions?
We do! Patreon. Thank you for supporting the show directly, and we would like to shout out one of you who has just sent in a lovely question.
I want to be very clear. He literally just put in the Discord, yo, we're filming right now. Does anyone have a question?
Hayden Kell asks,
Shout out Hayden. That's the homie.
and also super sick Florian player. Thoughts on the current meta? How's it shaping up? And if y'all enjoy aggro being a little rampant?
I do enjoy it when there are multiple viable aggro decks. I think that having it at least not just be consolidated into one strategy is important. I think when you can have aggro decks that play differently into each other, that is a really fun thing as a competitor. And I think a lot of the aggro decks do have some real vulnerabilities to some other real decks. And Calling Memphis, you got to see Syndra win the whole thing and then the next day fall victim to Prism, a deck that I think can relatively consistently beat up on Syndra. It's not something that it's going to be like a 90-10, but it's going to be a favored matchup. I don't know how Syndra's blocking all those heralds, right? You have a deck like Jarl that I think they literally just said in the dev talk was pushed forward in release schedule to give some answers to decks like Syndra and these other Draconic heroes. So I actually think the meta is awesome. I think this is a meta that if you enjoyed this meta, you enjoy Flesh and Blood. If you don't enjoy this meta, not you don't enjoy Flesh and Blood, but this is pretty darn good.
Divisive.
I just think like this is like about as good as we could hope for, and when I look at it, like for me, it's when I'm casting, if I can watch a bunch of games and be like, I wish I was playing in these games, that's my marker if I enjoy the meta or not. Like MST meta, I'll be honest, I remember casting and being like, I really wish I was in most of these games. But like all of these games I've gotten to do in the last couple tournaments I've gotten to watch, I've been like, dude, I wish I could be in this game, you know? So that's where I'm at. What about you, Bryce?
Sam, I think you hit the nail on the head, and the only thing I guess I can add on to that, or I would like to reiterate that point because I thought it was so good. Aggro being dominant in a meta is a-okay with me as long as there are multiple ways to approach aggro. The fact that we've got 2 top tier aggro decks, absolutely important if you're going to enjoy a meta where aggro is doing super well. But that being said, Sam, you mentioned Jarl being a magnificent choice against these aggro decks. I would have been absolutely destroyed by a Jarl if I was sitting across from him today. You've also got Verdance topping and winning a tournament.
Azalea just topped too?
Azalea just topped, and Verdance is like categorically pretty rough into aggro, and if people are finding a way to make it done, there's a lot more to explore here. So don't be intimidated by the aggro that's out there. Get out there and play some Flesh and Blood and discover something new.
Oh, I feel like that was so inspiring.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go play some Flesh and
something
Blood. Damn. All right, go.
I just played some Flesh and Blood, and I want to play Flesh and Blood.
I hear that.
Yeah, I don't know. The meta's been super fun to watch. It's been really fun to play win at the AHCC events. I'm really excited to play more CC at AH. I'm very amped up about playing Flesh and Blood right now, and I think that is largely attributed to there being powerful, strong aggro decks in the format.
True, dog.
Thank you, Hayden, for the question.
Thanks.
And thank you, Patreon, for hanging out in the Discord and for supporting the show directly. Thanks to our sponsors, Ultra Pro, decking us out in the best TCG gear, FabRec for their continuous support of the show, and of course, Legend Story Studios. Good game, sir.
Same to you.
And we've got a great video coming out next month featuring the new Aurora Armory deck, so we do hope you'll check that out because we've got another upgrade video there, so hope you'll enjoy it. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Flesh and blood! Flesh and blood!